be the World Cup without a couple of upsets.
Speaking of big blondies, here's Taylor Elgersma in the football game, just like early on. Elgersma getting a look. Hands it off to Brady Oliveira. And Elgersma, an interesting story is the Wilfrid Laurier Golden Hawks quarterback getting his opportunity despite Drew Brown being acquired from the Ottawa Red Blacks, and maybe Zach Collaros taking that big hit from Reggie Stubblefield at the end of the last drive, has thrown the young, talented big man out of London, Ontario into the fray.
Certainly excited to see Taylor Elgersma get an opportunity here in the Canadian Football League. Don't love the circumstance, of course. Zach Collaros perhaps a little banged up over there.
Collaros helmet on. And watching, we'll get an update when we can for you, but right now it's Elgersma's show as he completes underneath Nick Dembski.
A name you've heard a lot over the last few years, but I mean, the fact is, he's a Canadian Football League rookie. He's in his first year, but by all accounts, a very good training camp, very legitimately won the #2 job behind Zach Collaros, so the opportunity now is his.
Said the name Winton McManus much, and Taylor Elgersma is going to be staring down one of the best middle linebackers in the Canadian Football League here as he continues to get snaps with Zach Collaros hit in this first half and out with a apparent injury, questionable to return.
Taylor Elgersma, we've talked a lot obviously about his career at Wilfrid Laurier University. You get a look there at Winton McManus staring at him from the other side of the ball, but a guy who also spent some time participating in the quarterback internship program in the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, you're right. He's got plenty of looks for those long-term additions to the program as Brady Oliveira carries on the inside. And you've always said that should be a program that is the best quarterbacks.
Yeah,
regardless of year.
Absolutely. You know, and sometimes you get a guy like Taylor Elgersma who certainly ranks amongst the top prospects. Trey Ford obviously participating in the program previously as well. Predominantly youth sports quarterbacks. Occasionally you get a CJFL quarterback participating.
Elgersma, the closest he can get in the CFL to play in a home game, even though he's with the road team, gets a chance here in Hamilton. But with a dry handoff, and his best friend is going to become Brady Oliveira, especially if he's running like that. First down, Winnipeg.
Yeah, and good anticipation there from Winnipeg offensive coordinator Tommy Condell. Recognize you've got a young quarterback in the game, only a few snaps into his CFL career. Of course, the Tiger Cats defensive front is going to pin their ears back and try and get upfield in a hurry. The perfect play to try and slow that down or to counter against that, a draw play, and especially when you've got Brady Oliveira in the backfield.
There's Tommy Condell dialing up the shots. He thought he'd be doing it for Collaros, but now Elgersma here on the road. First down of the quarter for Condell and the Bombers attack. Elgersma play action fake, and this time he'll get it in the hands of Oliveira through the air as across the 50. And Brady always falling backwards for more yardage. See Elgersma on the sideline and now returning out of the field as well. For anybody who's sitting at home going, oh, good for the kid from down the street who's, wow, this is a big moment for him. He played in Lambeau.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's pretty well adapted to big situations.
Well, and this is part of the thing for me about Taylor Elgersma as a quarterback. I talked about Bo Levi Mitchell, a guy who's been in the league 15 years, and the level of confidence, how that affects his play, big part of his success. Taylor Elgersma is a guy for whom the stage is not going to be too big.
And the arm strength there as well as he rips this one onto the body of Nick Dembski on the fly, bubbling out. And I can tell you from calling a couple of Yates Cups in the OUA, if there's one thing about Taylor Elgersma that anyone who hasn't seen him play before is going to absolutely fall in love with, there was a rocket attached to his right shoulder.
Yeah. And no doubt, and as you know, we celebrate the Canada Day long weekend here. How about this offensive drive featuring the Canadian quarterback handing to the Canadian quarterback and throwing to his Canadian leading receiver?
That one officially goes as a running play as it was thrown behind the point of release from Elgersma to Dembski. He'll turn around, hand it off, and it's trying to cut it back. The way teams have been playing is Winnipeg just trying to manage and get their way out of the half, backed up as Elgersma hands it off to Brady Oliveira.
Just looking to safely get out of the half.
feel it out. And for now, it is Taylor Elgersma's game to play.
This will be interesting because I don't know the last time it would be two starting Canadian quarterbacks.
How about two guys out of U Sport?
And both out of U Sport.
I've watched Canadian football for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen a game with two U Sport background quarterbacks going head-to-head.
Elgersma with 20 touchdowns in 2024 for the Golden Hawks, and this time gives it off on the end around, heading inside the 15, and it's Pokey Wilson! Touchdown on the first offensive play they have after the break. Into the end zone. Winnipeg answers.
No drop in intensity for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers after the injury delay. Keep an eye on Pokey Wilson. He's going to motion. Take that shovel pass from Taylor Elgersma. Again, little situational play calling, right? Your special teams helps you out, get good field position. High percentage, low risk pass for the young QB.
As we see the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and big play here from Trey Vavel, trying to get to the outside. Instant field position, Dwayne, that sets up the young quarterback Taylor Elgersma, who loved it immediately and then threw his first career touchdown pass in the Canadian Football League.
Yes, if you had told Taylor Elgersma your first career CFL touchdown pass will be underhand and the ball will travel about 6 inches in the air, he might not have bought in, but I think he'll take it.
I want to pump it and then I can, we'll figure it out on the fly. Trying to find solutions in real time. That has become the story of this game. Thank you, Danielle, for the sideline report. Certainly the Tiger Cats battling through, losing their leader, but the defense coming to life. And I mentioned how important special teams have become as well. This has made the Hammer of the Night here in Hamilton, and they actually introduced their special teams unit coming out of the tunnel, which, interesting foreshadowing, not knowing the circumstances that would follow in the next couple of hours. But there's Bob Dice working alongside James Tuck.
Yeah, Bob Dice, longtime CFL coach in various roles, most recently the head coach of the Ottawa Redblacks. James Tuck, veteran special teamer and fullback, converted defensive guy in his first year, dipping his toe into the coaching waters this season, helping Bob Dice out on teams.
Elgersma with the hard count on second and long. Looks to the right and then fades it underneath. It is complete. And Elgersma asking for the friendly spot. Will he get it, is the question. And Gavin Cobb on the receiving end. Strange to think week one, I saw Drew Brown and Taylor Powell having a conversation pregame in Ottawa. How fast things can change as again, here's Cobb, might be the favorite target of Taylor Elgersma. Out to the 30 this time, about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. Elgersma the first to win back-to-back Larry Haller MVP awards since Tommy Dennison in 2002-2003, and ripping it outside to another U Sports product here.
Yeah, Tommy Dennison.
You see Taylor Elgersma.
Again, Taylor Elgersma, Heck Crichton Trophy winner, is the most outstanding player in Canadian university football. Participated, first U Sports quarterback ever to participate in the Senior Bowl. Obviously prestigious bowl game, scouting opportunity south of the border. Parlays that into a free agent opportunity with the Green Bay Packers, and some terrific preseason experience for him there.
Elgersma hands off to Brady Oliveira. It's north-south as quick as he can. You wonder whether or not they come back and play a little bit of Brady ball. Just down 2 here in the fourth quarter.
The same impact.
Elgersma fakes it to Oliveira, looks the other direction, and in behind, but complete. Tim White makes Wynton McManus miss, and Reggie Stubblefield there to bring him down at around the 45-yard line. And another fresh set of downs from Tim White.
Yeah, nice effort from Tim White and friends to reach that first down marker. White making the catch and then getting a little bit of a tush push. I think it was Dante Daniels that came in to help get the momentum going in Winnipeg's direction.
Taylor for Elgersma from Oak Ridge Secondary School. Used to play for the London Junior Knights. How Canadian is that as well? A little bit of puck in the background of the big man pulling the trigger here for the Blue Bombers, and completes this to Hamilton native Michael Chris Ike onto the stat sheet here tonight at home. Little Oak Ridge to St. Thomas More connection.
Yes, sir. St. Thomas More, local powerhouse over the years here in the world of Hamilton High School football, though. Well, I know the boys at Westdale won a city championship this year, won the junior championship this spring too, I'm told.
Winton McManus back in the fray here tonight. Don't think he expected this challenge. Elgersma, deep drop, checks it down underneath. Nick Dembski bounces off original contact as always, and then hacked down along the sideline. And Dembski, tough as nails, the Winnipeg native on his feet.
Yeah, Dembski trying to shake that one off. He looks like he's got a little bit of a limp in his step, but pulls that one in on the fingertips.
Actually, Bo's not here, but still defending Lawler, and gets the interception in coverage as Elgersma loads up, steps up in the pocket, and he's wrapped up. Elgersma trying to get a game-winning drive on the road here in Hamilton. There you see the two U Sports quarterbacks, Taylor Elgersma from the Wilfrid Laurier Golden Hawks and Trey Ford, a couple of Heck Crichton Trophy Award winners, and two of the most entertaining guys you'll ever watch at the university level.
And I do believe that when Taylor Elgersma won the Heck Crichton in 2024, Trey Ford presented him with the trophy.
I think you're correct. Amazing. And Ford in and out and up and down here tonight, just through the interception. Now Elgersma trying to play hero with a clean pocket. He rips it to the outside, and it is complete.
The status of Zach Collaros at this time, and obviously Drew Brown being part of the picture in Winnipeg now.
Absolutely. His draw handoff to Brady Oliveira, and tumbling through the middle of the Hamilton defense for a first down. It's a gain of 12, and inside the 40-yard line is Elgersma trying to match Zach Collaros' one game-winning drive from earlier on this season.
We saw Hamilton with some success with their running back, Larry Roundtree III, on the last possession. Winnipeg, why not? Is there a more proven commodity on that offense than Brady Oliveira?
No. Winston McManus has got to be knowing that as well, right? He understands where they want to go. But it is team defense up front, battling against the Bombers, big bodies, and Oliveira wins the battle once again. Big chunk on first down.
Well, Winnipeg playing to the game situation as the clock ticks down to 2:15.
Make sure that the situation is organized and managed and all the rest for Taylor Elgersma. You have it in short yardage, you're probably just going to take a dive, maybe another dive and a field goal, and now all of a sudden you're backed up. 2nd and 9. Elgersma checking the play band late here as he communicates to Ontario Wilson. And Tim White will hand it off. Brady Oliveira gets that and more.
Well, Brady Oliveira is running the rock right now down the stretch like a guy who has just been thinking through the second half of this ball game. Just give me the ball.
Yeah.
Tight end Dante Daniels in this situation. Big, experienced offensive line.
Braxton Hill hanging on for dear life on that one. Career high 10 defensive tackles against the BC Lions. And tied for the league lead in tackling efficiency with Darnell Sankey, which is a pretty darn good guy to be tied when it comes to anything tackling. But Hill went for a ride on the back of number 20. That snap. 1st and 10, Winnipeg. Right back to the well they go. Oliveira cuts it back, stood up for a moment, but falls forward for another 5.
Timeout, Hamilton.
How aggressive will the Bombers be? They'll play it safe. Back to Oliveira. Reads his blocks, bounces off another tackler or two, and looks like he reaches and gets a fresh set of downs once again. And more importantly than the yardage here, Dwayne, is clock.
Yeah, absolutely. You're happy to move the sticks because it gives you a chance to run 3 more plays that keep that clock moving. And do we anticipate Brady, and maybe more Brady?
I thought you were going to give me a multiple choice option here. It was like, on this play, should the Bombers pick Brady, or Mr. Oliveira?
All of the above.
Yeah. They will. Straight into the pile. From Quebec City, Ian Leroux is the long snapper. Jamison Sheehan is the holder, and the field goal is good. And that will do it in a memorable twisting and turning conclusion to week number 5. Taylor Elgersma finds a way in replacement of Zach Collaros out with injury before David Reese wraps up and throws down Jake Dolagala to blow the final whistle.
Let's go back to Hamilton. Our Danielle Bain is with quarterback Taylor Elgersma.
Taylor, your first CFL game, your first win. What does it mean to you to get that done with this group tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all about the group, right? Like, got to lean on the guys up front, got to lean on 20 and the receivers. They did a great job. So, no, just thankful we can get one, and that was big for us to come in here and get a win.
I know as a backup, the circumstances are always tough, seeing the starting quarterback go down. What was the vibe around the offense when you went in?
No, I think it was just like execute. I think they, I trusted them, and I'm glad that they trusted me. And, like I said, leaned on those guys up front. They played great all game. Brady played great all game, and the receivers gave us a chance. And so, I mean, we got to get the ball in Pokey's hands and let him run on some easy completion type stuff. So they played great around me.
Of course, it was terrible to see Bo Levi Mitchell go down there. As a group, what's it like trying to go back into competitor mode after that?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, wish Bo the best. I mean, that's you never want to see that, and tough to watch him go down. But I think we're just trying to focus on executing and bring our energy up on our sideline after something like that, and stay loose, stay ready to roll.
Of course, with those circumstances, you have 2 former U Sports quarterbacks coming in for the first time that have attempted a pass in a game. How cool is that?
Super cool. I mean, I talked to Trey a lot before the game, and me and him are pretty close, so pretty cool to get him to go out there as well. And I love competing against him. We've competed against each other in the past, so it was fun to do it on this stage.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Thank you. Appreciate it.